Are you one of those business owners who believe social media advertising isn't for them? Maybe you tried before, but you didn't get any results, right? But what if I told you that social media plays a much more important role than you think in your sales funnel? This is Miguel from Singlot, and welcome back to Coffee Break Tips, the show where you learn something new about marketing in the time it takes you to drink a cup of coffee. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since we last posted, we know, and we have a good excuse for that. For the last 6 months, we have had a lot of things happen in our lives, and the main one has been that we moved from Norway. We now live in lovely Lisbon, and we're planning to go back to the regular schedule, but bear with us a little bit longer. In today's episode, we will cover something that is super recurrent in our experience. Social media advertising isn't for me. This concept is very recurrent in especially B2B sectors, but also in B2C businesses that believe their product is not that social media friendly. We'll try to show you why social media advertising is actually much more important than you think, even though your business may not be social media friendly, if you want to call it that way. The use of social media advertising is pretty widespread today, and chances are you've already tried it, right? If that is your case, you may have ended up in one of two categories. The group that really loves social media and sees the potential, or the group who simply doesn't see the point and will never try again. If you're from the second group, I suggest you stick around because I will try to demonstrate why social media advertising is actually more important than you think. So the first thing you need to understand when advertising in social media is what objective you have and what expectations you set out for yourself. Those expectations will determine whether or not your campaigns are successful. In order to illustrate this point, let me share with you one example of one of our customers. In this case, we're talking about one small hotel in the north of Norway, in the Lofoten Islands, and they not only offer hotel solutions, but they also offer restaurant, they offer fishing gear, they offer boat rentals, and many other things that allow them to actually add value to their proposition. In general, their customers take between 4 to 6 months before they complete a purchase, and that means from the moment they see, for instance, an ad to the moment they actually purchase, that's the time span that can elapse. There are many reasons why this is happening, and one of them is obviously the challenge that traveling to Lofoten can be. Even though you're a Norwegian citizen, traveling to Lofoten requires a bit more planning and a bit more effort, and of course if you come from abroad, it's even more challenging and more difficult. That time frame should actually tell you a bit about why advertising in social media can be really effective. Even though we're not generating a sale directly on Facebook ads through one campaign, what we need to do is we need to lock that customer into the mindset of wanting to visit Lofoten in this case and their business in the second. To that effect, what we're doing with this particular customer is running plenty of different videos that showcase everything that you can do once you are in Lofoten. The idea with these ads is to serve as inspiration and to hype the customer up so that they are really looking forward to coming to the business and to the Lofoten Islands, of course. Our goal with these ads in social media is not generating sales, because we know typically it's a very difficult task. Sometimes it happens, and when it happens it's great, but the objective is a different one. So our expectations are completely different, and the customer knows. In parallel with this approach, we have developed with our partners in Barcelona a new user-friendly website where the customer can pretty much book every little service that they provide. Obviously, this is a work in progress, and as new services and new products are coming up, we have to work into integrating them into the website. Another thing we do with that website is to provide really interesting and necessary and relevant information, especially when it comes to the logistics. Of course, the ultimate goal is that the customer spends some time in the website, getting inspiration, getting hyped up, so that eventually they end up purchasing. And now this is where we talk about something very specific. When we have followed that strategy, what we see is what Google considers a conversion path that looks like this. So what you're seeing here is the 20 most common conversion paths, which means how many touching points has an average user used before performing a purchase in this case. If you look at, for instance, row number 7, you will see that every little platform we're present on has been a part of that sale. So you see here in row number 7, the first touching point is an organic search. That can happen literally when you're looking up what to do, for instance, in Lofoten, or if you're interested in Lofoten, and we have to work on our organic positioning, our SEO. Then in this specific case, then the customer was served an ad when it comes to Google search. The customer will go and look up something else organically, and that's why they appear here. And then we will serve an ad in their Facebook feed or Instagram feed, and then the customer will once again, it's that hype train. Once again, after being served that ad, they will check organically again the business. Then we have 4 direct touching points, and that means once the customer has kept those cookies in their browser, they are visiting the website again, and in this case they do it 4 times. Then we are served, or they are served, another Google search ad, and then finally they will look up organically once again, and finally before they purchase, they will do it directly. So what this path shows us is that sometimes it takes a really long time for a customer to, from the moment they know about us until the moment they purchase, it can take a while and many touching points. This may be different to you, of course, and this information can be found in Google Analytics, so I recommend you to geek around and see that information, but this will most likely be different to your case because every business has different users, and of course those users react differently. So to sum up, even though you don't believe in social media advertising, maybe because you're selling directly to other businesses or because you never got any results, don't give up. Give it a try. If you're selling to companies, remember the companies are made by people, and people are on social media. So chances are you're always going to be able to reach to somebody who, through that interest on that ad that they saw in social media, may present you with an opportunity to buy a service or do something nice. So get out there, try advertising, and if you don't know how to do it, you can give us a call and we'll be happy to help you. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and please consider subscribing if you haven't done so. See you next time. Would you like to learn more? You can book a 30-minute free call with me by commenting below.